Good morning, everyone. I hope you all are safe at your home. I am back with my new video on the topic financial management case studies. Case studies on financial decisions as well as working capital and fixed capital. Yes, before starting case studies, I want to share some points to remember when we are doing case studies. I will discuss one by one points to be remembered for solving the case studies. Exactly what we need to remember in my mind, what to need to be in focus. For this, be careful these 3 points for financial management case studies. The number one is always read the question first. What the question want. When we solve the case studies, we must read the question first. Exactly what the question want. After that, important line and points should be underlined at the time of reading the case. When we read the case, when we read the case study, important line and points should be underlined. And after that, in this chapter, you just remember 5 major decisions. When question is identify the decision, to just focus 5 major decisions. Capital budgeting decision, financing decision, dividend decision, working capital and fixed capital decisions. Right? So, we need to be careful in these points for solving the case studies. After that, move to the clue words in the case study of financial management. What are the clue words given to you when we are going to solve case study of financial management? The first is when set decisions affecting liquidity and profitability of a business. Identify the decision which affect liquidity and profitability of a business means short term and investment decision. Means short term investment decision, that is working capital decision. That is working capital decision. Second one, decisions affecting financial risk and profitability of a business. Financial risk and profitability means capital structure decision, where we invest the fund in the debt or in the equity. The next one, concern with quantum of finance to be raised from various long-term sources. For where raise the finance from various sources, that is financing decision. And the last one, decisions affecting growth, financial risk and profitability of a business means capital budgeting decisions. So there are few clue words when we are going to solve the case studies on financial management. So let's start case studies one by one. I hope all case studies are very helpful in the board exam. So let's start case study 1, that is the question number 1 of case study. So first of all, what are in the mind? We need to be read the question first. Exactly what question want. Question wants, state any 2 factors that Mr. Ramakant would given in his report, and also state any one reason which make it important for the above decision. So first we need to identify what type of decision is there, and after that we need to be identify 2 factors and one reason for any means importance of that particular decision. So let's start the question. Saksham Limited, a firm manufacturing textile, wish to diversify their business. They were considering two options, either to diversify into manufacturing toothpaste or switches. They wanted to invest in the purchase of land to set up a manufacturing unit in the backward area of Gujarat, which would also lead to the generation of employment opportunity in the area, but only after fulfilling all legal requirements and taking appropriate steps to ensure that the environment was not polluted. The finance manager of the company, Mr. Ramakant, was asked by the management to prepare a report on the factor which should be considered while making the above investment decision. There are two options, either to diversify into manufacturing toothpaste, right? So wish to diversify their business, so they manufacture or they can lease on, they can purchase it. If they want to be manufacture, then he have to be invest in the purchase of land, and with the help of manufacturing unit he creates a generation of employment opportunities. They can also fulfill some legal requirement, but when they are going to be in a manufacturing unit, the decision is what? In the long term investment decision is there. Clearly in the question mentioned, while making the above investment decision, so which kind of investment decision you should be taken? Long term or short term? Long term and short term. So long term means capital budgeting decision, short term means working capital decision. But in this question, a long term investment decision, which is also called a capital budgeting decision. Any two factors you can keep in a mind. You can write cash flow from the project, rate of return or expected risk. So there are any two factor investment criteria involved. The first two factors you can write it, cash inflows from the project and rate of return in the solution. In the answer you can write cash inflows from the project and rate of return. And after that, importance, reason is just read in the clue words. It affects the overall level of business risk of the organization and its growth and profitability of business in future. So it is important because it affects the overall level of business risk and growth and profitability of business. So move to the next question, move to the next case study. Now, yes, question number 2 of case study on financial management. So first again we read the question first. The above discussion about the company leads to various factors which decide how much of the profit should be retained. How much of the profit should be retained? कितना प्रॉफिट हमने अपने पास रखना है, and how much amount to be distributed by the company. कितना अमाउंट कंपनी ने अपने शेयर होल्डर्स में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर देना है. When this line comes, our mind thinking, yes, it is dividend season. It is dividend decisions. So what next? Quoting the lines from the above discussion, identify and explain any 4 factors. We need to be quote the lines and identify any 4 factors. So I hope everybody clear the question. Yes. So read the question. Sahara Limited is a company manufacturing cotton yarn. It has been consistently earning good profits for many years. This year too it has been able to generate enough profit. There is availability of enough cash in the company and good prospects for growth in future. So only in first 2 lines there are 3 points covered. Growth opportunities, good profit, stability of earnings, and third one is enough cash, that is cash flow position. It is a well-managed organization, believes in quality, equal employment opportunity and good remuneration practices. It has many shareholders who prefer to receive a regular income from their investment. Regular income, there is a restrictions also. It has taken a loan of rupees 40 lakh from IDBI and is bound by certain restrictions on the payment of dividend as per terms of loan agreement. So we can write any 4 factors. The one is growth opportunity. Second one is stability of dividend. Third one, legal restrictions. Restrictions in loan agreement is as well. Liquidity, stability of earning. Liquidity means cash flow position. So you can write cash flow position as well in liquidity. So you can write any 5 factors or 4 factors in the answer. Clear all of you? So move to the next question. Question number 3 of the case study. Again I am going to read the question first. And question is, in context of the above case, identify and explain the type of financial decisions taken by Arun. Yes, identify and explain the type of financial decision taken by Arun. It is a very simple question. So we first read the case and just we take in the mind, identify the type of financial decision. There are 3 financial decisions: capital budgeting decision, dividend decision and financing decision. One is the answer out of 3. Arun is a successful businessman in the paper industry. During his recent visit to his friend's place in Mysore, he was fascinated by the exclusive variety of incense sticks available there. Incense sticks basically agarbatti. His friends tell him that Mysore region is known as a pioneer in the activity of agarbatti manufacturing because it is a natural reserve of forest products, especially sandalwood, to provide for the base material used in production. Moreover, the supplier of other types of raw material needed for production follow a liberal credit policy, and the time required to manufacture incense stick is relatively less. Considering the various factors, Arun decided to venture into this line of business by setting up a manufacturing unit in Mysore. So, what is the type of financial decision? The answer is investment decision. Got it? Now, the last case study of the financial decision, not the last, not the least. It is one of the important case study. It's a very important case study, and in this case study there is a negative remark. It is a negative type of question is there. Yes, you can read it. Keeping the above consideration in mind, name the source of finance Shalini should not choose. Students totally ignore the word not, but it is a negative question. Shalini should not choose for financing the modernization and expansion of her food processing business, and give one reason in support of your answer, and explain any 2 other factors apart from that which Shalini should keep in mind while taking this decision. Alright everyone? Yes. So now we read the case study. Shalini, after acquiring a degree in hotel management and business administration, took over her family food processing company of manufacturing pickles, jams and squashes. The business had been established by her great-grandmother and was doing reasonably well. However, the fixed operating cost of the business were high and cash flow position was weak. She wanted to undertake modernization of the existing business to introduce the latest manufacturing processes and diversify into the market of chocolates and candies. She was very enthusiastic and approached a finance consultant who told her that approximately rupees 50 lakh would be required for undertaking the modernization and expansion program. He also informed her that the stock market was going through a bullish phase. Yes, more important points come in the case study. First, fixed operating cost was very high. Second, cash flow position was weak. Third, bullish phase stock market indices. Risk, flexibility. So, keep the above consideration in mind. Shalini should not choose. Shalini should not choose debt. Why? Because fixed operating cost of the business was very high. Because weak cash position. Because market has a bullish phase. So Shalini choose debt. And any other two factors you can consider, that is risk and flexibility, and you can write any control consideration also. So these few case studies had discussed with you. I hope you like my video. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you. Stay home and stay safe. Thank you everyone.